Clement's Homebrew coming at you with a beer review. It's October 26th, 55 degrees out. I'll take that. And I got a beer to review. So what do we got here? We've got one from Bend Brewing Company out of Bend, Oregon, of course. It is the Tropic Pines IPA. This one is 6.5% ABV. It's 65 IBUs. It has some fun stuff going on though, hop-wise. It's got Simcoe, Mosaic, and Falconer's Flight. I like all of those. So let's get it cracked open and see what this one's all about. See all the bubbles rising up. We'll leave some in the can. Take a look at that. Might look a little more orange from your side. I'm not sure. My side, it is kind of. It's an orange. It's golden to orange in that range right there. We got our one finger head on it, and I am smelling it already. So let's see. Yeah, it's not like one of these ones that just goes boom, like just overwhelms you. It's got nice aromas coming off of it. A mix of citrus and tropical kind of notes coming on it. I got kind of mixed on which citrus I'm getting. I get some orange off of it. I get a hint of some grapefruit on it as well. And maybe even a hint of lemon. It's a nice blend, but I'm also getting pine right away. So some nice pine needles and resin going on. And some tropical notes that are a little harder to pull out. Yeah, it's more like the citrus is more dominating, but I feel like there might be some pineapple and mango type things kind of hanging around in the background. So let's go ahead and get a taste. Oh, that's nice. It's interesting because it's not like super sweet, but there's just a light sweetness to it. And then these characters that come into it, as far as the hops go, yeah, I mean, they sit on top, but you know what the thing is? There's a lot of resin. And this is part of what I liked. I mean, it's called Tropic Pines. There's a lot of pine coming in, a lot of resin. It's one of the reasons I wanted to get it. But because of that, it is hiding some of those tropical flavors. The citrus is still coming through quite nice. When I first sipped it, I was getting a little bit of the tropical and the citrus, but then the pine came in so fast, it was just covering things up. Nonetheless, it's nice drinking. It's a very balanced beer, except that I'm not a super bitterness forward kind of guy. And maybe it's bitterness back, but there's a lot of bitterness on this. And I'm wondering if this is going to start really building on me. But the taste really follows the nose quite a bit. I mean, I'm definitely getting that citrus character right up front on the sip. I would say that it really still is a blend. I'm getting some orange quality. I'm getting some grapefruit quality. I would say still a hint of that lemon is in there. The pine is there. It's less of the pine needle and more, has some of that, like dried pine needle. And then it goes more into the resin quality. It's very resinous. It's like a sticky resinous type quality to it. Wow, because it does stick to the tongue and it's just hanging in there. Really hard to pull out those tropical fruits for me. I'm thinking I still get like there's a bit of mango. You could get almost maybe really, it's just light. You're barely going to get it, but you might get some like pineapple type quality. Because I would have called it citrus pine, not tropical pine, but you know it's in there. It's just not distinct that you can pull it out. It's semi-dry. It dries out partially, not all the way on the mouth. Kind of a medium body. Let's see what happens when I swirl it. See, there's plenty of carbonation, and it's moderate carbonation for sure. Okay, we're going to top up here. Get another sip. I'm liking this. I'm liking it a lot. It has more of the resin quality. It's not a dank resin. I mean, it's just pine resin. Okay, let's be clear about that. And it's got more of that than I really want. So it came through with the pines. It's following that part of the description real well. Something I would love to brew something like this, put this on my own tap. The malt bill on it's really smooth. And wondering if they added some, like a little bit of oats to it, just slightly the oats on it to smooth it out so it's less crisp, less sharp. So, how am I going to rate it? It's a pretty little beer. All right, in terms of IPAs, I mean, it's a really good IPA. I'm really liking it. I can't put it super high because the balance just isn't right for me. But it's a really tasty beer. So I'm going to have to say this in the high 80s. I'm going to give it an 88. Overall, I'll go maybe a tad lower because there are going to be other things I'm going to want to drink first. But obviously, when you've got like a B+ grade, this is a nice beer. This is a good one to have. Overall, I'm going to go ahead and give this an 86 overall. It's still just really well crafted, really easy drinking. I'm kind of digging on it. Here it is again. You know, they make some great beers. They've got an export stout that's just to knock your socks off. I did a review on that once before, so I would check that one out. Here it is again. It's the Tropical Pines IPA from Bend Brewing Company out of Bend, Oregon. This is Kevin saying life's too short to drink cheap beer, and I'll see you in the next beer review.